Welcome back, my amazing students. So this lecture is for Windows users. So what I'm about to show you here is how to access MySQL, which is what we use for databases, through the command line. But anyway, so Windows users, let's get to it. So we downloaded XAMPP, right? This is a program that we have downloaded for Windows users, right? So if you go to File Explorer, you go to your C drive, XAMPP, and then here you look for that XAMPP control and make sure that you create some type of shortcut. Create shortcut, right? And then drag it in your desktop. Make sure that you have a shortcut there. I'm just going to delete that one there because I already have a shortcut here. Okay? So now if I go ahead and turn on my Apache for the web browser, so that way we can see PHP applications there, and my SQL for databases. Okay? And if I go visit my local address, it's called localhost, it's going to redirect me to this dashboard folder where it has an index. And this is all in my local computer, right? So all these links are inside my computer. Well, this one is at least. If I click this one, you can see PHP My Admin. This is a tool so that way we can interact with databases. We can create databases here, tables, insert data. We can do a lot of things in here. Okay. Now this is the easy way of getting into MySQL. Okay. This is the very user interface, a user interface. Now there is another way. Of course, with all programs there is always a backend, right? It's always a command prompt way of doing this. So let me show you. If you go and invoke our command prompt right here, okay, this is our command prompt. This is not Git. This is a CMD, the command prompt for Windows. And I type in here the path where that executable is, okay, which is in XAMPP, the C drive, XAMPP folder, MySQL, the bin, and somewhere here. You see that? This is the executable right here. It says application. MySQL by itself, application. If I type in that path, I'm going to copy this. Right? Let me copy this and paste it here. Okay? If I do that and I add the executable name and then a dash U root and dash P. So the U is for user and the root is the username. Dash, of course, is the flag that we need to put there, the little dash. And then space dash P for password. And then when I press enter, see, enter, it's going to ask me for the password. The password is just an empty space. So you need not even a space, just press enter again. And then that will log you in to MySQL, in this case, MariaDB, right? Because that's what XAMPP is coming with now. So now if I want to see the databases, I can do show databases, right? So it's the same thing as here, but in the command line. Of course, we can create a database here as well. We can do the same things that we can do here, but this is just easier. Okay? Now, with Laravel, what we need to do in order for Laravel to find this stuff, instead of what I like to do, instead of typing all this path here, we can add all that to our environment variables. Okay? So I can copy this path here, all this. I think I have it right here. We can copy this. Remember, it's on the, let's do it again so you don't, C drive, the XAMPP folder, MySQL, the bin drive, directory. And there, you double click on top, you should get that address, copy it. Okay? So the reason I'm doing this is because I don't want to type this whole path and all this again everywhere. And I also want Laravel to be able to find this executable so we can use MySQL. Okay? So I'm going to go here to the search for Windows and I'm going to do ENV, and that's going to give me this edit the system environment variables. So this is available in system properties right here. You right click here and you can get that somewhere here, I believe. Let me see if I'm or this PC, I think it is, and the C drive properties, or this one here, properties, system, advanced system settings. There we go. All right. I'm a little rusty on my Windows skills. Sorry about that. So anyway, so you access the environment variables, you go to the path. This is the user path. You double click it. And at the end of this, all this, you want to add something else, you just put a semicolon to let them know, or to let your computer know, hey, listen, the next, I want this to finish, this path that you already have, and the semicolon is for the next one. You're just going to paste that in there. We paste what we just copied, the path, and press OK, and OK, and OK, and just get out of there. Now if I do exit here, okay, let's just do it again right here. Let's come back and open that window again, command prompt, CMD. And now if I do MySQL here, without the path, -u root -p, press enter, you can see now, and enter again, that I'm logging in without putting the path, because we added to the environment variables. So our computer can find it. Now Laravel can find it. So it's super simple to create a database with the shell here, with the command line for MySQL. Very simple. So I could type in show databases, right? We can do this. After you put a semicolon there, and it's going to show you your databases. Okay? If I wanted to create a database, all I have to do is do create database and the name of the database, space. Let's just call this my underscore DB, semicolon, enter. And now you can see now that it says query OK, one row affected. Now if I do show databases, oops, and if you make a mistake like this and you don't put the semicolon, do Control Z. Actually, hold on, Control Z, Control C will get you out. Now you have to log in again, okay? So keep that in mind. Let me come back here. Hopefully you see what I'm doing there. Let me just get out. Okay, that's the only thing wrong with this. CLS, enter, and there we go for command prompt to clear the screen. I know for Git or Linux users is clear. Okay, so now you saw that we were able to see the databases, right? Show databases right here, semicolon. Oops, let's go to MySQL again. Sorry about that, guys. Enter, and then show databases, semicolon. There we go. Now our new table is here, MyDB. To get in there inside the table, you just have to use the keyword use, and then MySQL or the name of the database, MyDB, semicolon. Now you are inside there. You can say show tables, semicolon, and then we show you the tables. Right now it's empty. Now if you look at the PHP MyAdmin interface and you refresh it right here, we don't have any databases right here, right? But if we refresh it, you can see now that my underscore DB is right there. And it has no tables. Okay? So now you're able to use MySQL in the shell, like you just learned, and you're able to use it in the interface with my PHP or PHP MyAdmin. Okay? So you are ready to go. See you in the next lecture, guys. Take care.